ICONICIDE?
Yeah.
Chris is the author of Notes from the Exploding Library, recipient of the 2019 Acker Award, founding member of the band's ICONICIDE. I don't know if I'm saying that. And Chaos Matters. Yes, it does.
Yeah, Chris?
This is an excerpt from my latest book, so I gotta set it up. True story. My father was kicked out of the mafia for raping one of his cousins when he was 14. But he got a mafia lawyer, disowned us legally and financially, and still lived at home so he could abuse all of us whenever he wanted. Got it? Okay. Dateline, Bushwick, 1983. When my mother could no longer support us and pay the rent and bills on her meager allowance, and the 6 months of emergency food stamps she had been granted ran out, it was necessary to return to work, where she remained an underpaid executive secretary until our father died in 1996. Before he left, we kicked him out, going without food was such a regular occurrence that being sent to bed without dinner hardly qualified as a punishment. All it meant was being withdrawn from the line of fire. On the 3rd floor of a local 5-story walk-up, which now houses luxury apartments ready to welcome the next wave of invading transplants, there was a free summer meals program my mother had heard about, and rather than watch us disconsolate and hungry, she sent us over to see what was to be had. When the 3 of us entered that doorway, we were the only non-black people in that large, cluttered, crowded room. Murderous glares and pitched murmurs confirmed what I had already known. We, as white people, had created this situation, and so justice would be far better served by letting us starve. My brother, who believed making the best of it meant he deserved only the best of any and everything at all times, was the first to approach. My sister followed. I brought up the rear, silently holding out my hand and averting my eyes, knowing we did not deserve a single thing that we'd be given. The apple was small, overripe, and had a wormhole, and the luncheon meat in the preferred sandwich had an inexplicable dollop of fat, smack dab in its center. I knew it was a crime that we had been given anything at all. My brother was ready to complain. My sister looked relieved to be out of there. I knew it was wise to hold my tongue. A week or so later, my mother sent us to the same place again to get a meal and stave off the hunger she herself was unable to prevent. I waited until my brother and sister had already received their undue charity, and then I went in, endured that hateful silence for perhaps 30 seconds, turned around and left empty-handed. Last paragraph. On my third and final visit, I entered the building several minutes after them, having followed only at the urging of my mother, ascended the stairs to the 5th floor without stopping, looked out the window for a few minutes, and then went home. I never told my mother, and I never complained. Happy New Year! What's my book if you're interested?